Hello and Happy New Year, and welcome to quite a lot of new subscribers that I was not expecting. I'm a little baffled, but I'm delighted to see you. So thank you for subscribing, I appreciate it. I was going to wear a party hat when I reached 1,000 subscribers, but I went to the supermarket today and could not get one. Presumably New Year's Eve was just Party Hat Central and all sold out. So I'm glad other people were wearing party hats on New Year's Eve because I was crocheting and drinking herbal tea. Welcome to my wild life. Anyway, it's warm today, so if I look a bit melty, that's why. It's summer. So last time I did a Work in Progress Wednesday, I had this on the loom. This was on the loom for a lot longer than it should have been because I was really slack getting it done. It's come off beautifully so far. So I haven't twisted the fringe yet. I'm going to see if I can show you that in a way that's... There we go. Look at that. It's like I've done it before and had it work. So I haven't twisted the fringe. It's quite a long fringe because I want those colours to be really prominent. And then I need to wet finish it. But now that it's come off the loom and it's no longer under tension, the pattern is a lot clearer, which is nice. Because when you have it on the loom, everything's sort of stretched out. So once I cut it off, all of these yarns relaxed a little bit and the pattern closed up. So you should be able to see the float pattern on that side with zigzags. And then on this side, it's the same pattern, but the floats go vertically instead of horizontally. So that should be quite interesting when I wet finish it because that will give me some texture. As I said, it was on the loom for a lot longer than it needed to be. I just was slacking. End of year slump, too hot to work on wool. It's kind of hot to hold wool today. This is quite heavy. Did I say that? It's heavy. So it just took me a little while to get to the end, which I did do yesterday, but obviously haven't twisted the fringes. But I have got something else on the loom already, even though I haven't twisted these fringes, because that is a rule that I made for myself. I have to finish the fringes before thank you, cockatoo. I have to finish the fringes before I have to finish my fringes before I start it. Oh, I'm taking this personally now. That's one of our cockatoos. They're not mine, but they live here. The rule that I have for myself, I'm just going to ignore it, is that I have to finish twisting the fringes before I warp up a new project. Otherwise, I don't twist fringes because I don't really enjoy doing it. But I couldn't wait because I've had a ball of yarn that I wanted to use. So we'll go and have a look at what's on the big loom because I'm a little bit excited about it. Ordinarily, when I show you a new project on the loom, I have to explain that you can see the hem stitching or that the hem stitching is just out of shot because I tend to put things very fresh on the loom for Work in Progress Wednesday. That's not the case this time, but only because I haven't done my hem stitching yet. So this cardboard strip will be taken out soon and I'll hem stitch along here before I continue on with the weave. So this yarn, the creamy coloured yarn, which might look a bit white on camera, but it has just got a little hint of yellow in it, just to give it that creamy colour. That is Bendigo Wool & Mill's Classic 5-ply in the colourway Magnolia. And this green and cream and orange yarn, I'm not going to try and pronounce, I will show you the label. It's a German company, I believe. Yes, of course it is. It says made in Germany. I can't pronounce that. I had a practice. It didn't go well. I just thought I'd let you read it instead. I think this colourway is called Vitamin C. It is a wool and nylon mix. It's a sock yarn, essentially. So what I'm trying to do is floats to push these colours forward. So they push forward here, and then they push forward on the other side here. And so I'm sort of going over and under with the floats. The floats aren't going brilliantly. That one's a little bit long, but I'll deal with that later. I would deal with it now. You're looking at that going, you could just unweave there. No, I've been unweaving this a little bit because I've been making some bigger mistakes than that. And it's a pain to unweave because of the floats. So I'll fix that later before I wet finish. Perhaps, if I remember. But this is basically what's going to happen. It's going to be 4 floats and then 4 plain weave and then 4 floats. But say, for example, this one, so the floats are on the top. For this next one, for this next row up here, I'll bring those colours forward and put the floats underneath like they are here. That should give me some interesting texture because I think the shrinkage rates are going to be different. I don't know if this will be off the loom for next week because it is going to be another time-consuming one. But that is what I'm working on, very, very fresh on the loom. Nothing on the little loom at the moment, but I am thinking of using up the rest of that orange and green yarn with some more of the Magnolia, but I don't know that I've got enough Magnolia to do 2 projects, which means I would have to order more yarn, which would be terrible. I might just get on and do that. Anyway, the other thing that I've been working on for a whole year that is now complete is my temperature snake, and if I go diagonal, I can get it all in shot. So this is obviously a temperature snake. I say obviously, if you're new here, you're late because this is finished. This is a snake where every round on the body is, the colour is determined by the maximum temperature of the day. So this is my 2023 temperature snake. I did start a 1978 one, but I fell off that in March because I was falling behind on this one quite regularly, and I couldn't be bothered catching up 2 snakes. So I might finish the 1978 snake this year, I don't know. I still have it, I haven't like thrown it out or anything. And the snake finally has eyes. I'm not sure that I love these eyes, but it hasn't had eyes for the whole year, and now it does. These are button eyes, there's no children in my house, it's okay. If I'm the one who swallows a button, that's on me. So the finishing of this snake is not to the pattern, and I'll tell you for why, but first I'm going to drape this around my neck decoratively, because I don't know what I'm going to do with my snake now that I've finished it. Anyway, so here we go. So this was a crochet along, so we were getting emails about every 3 months with a new worksheet to record temperatures on and everything. And I got an email on the 8th of December that said, finishing your snake. And I thought, well, I've still got, most of December to do, settle down, I'll open that later. So on the 31st, when I was catching up, because I was up to about Christmas Day then, I opened that email to get the pattern for the tail and realised I was supposed to be decreasing for the second half of December, which I didn't do. I decreased a little bit here, but you can't really tell. And then the tail is supposed to be actually about that long, but we were at the point where we were doing 4 stitches in a circle, which is fine if your tube is about that long, but when you're trying to rotate all of this every stitch, I just went, no, that's heaps of tail, that's finished. So this is a personalised version of the snake brought to you by laziness more than anything else. The other thing is I found in my bag, I've got my bag out here which I have my stuff in to talk about. I found something that I was supposed to finish and wet finish last year and had completely forgotten about. So I'll get onto that and maybe show you next week if I get around to finishing and wet finishing it. But for the time being, that is everything that I have for you. So have a lovely rest of your week. Again, I say Happy New Year. May it bring you everything that you want and nothing that you don't. That's generic but heartfelt. You take care of yourself. There's quite a lot of mosquitoes honing in on me, so I am going to go inside. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye for now.